We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's penned in the Declaration of Independence. Welcome to day 4 of our daily Bible devotions. And I quoted that because that is embedded as the foundation of the great United States of America. And many countries look up to America as a great nation, as a nation of liberty, of opportunities. I've seen different videos, different testimonies of people coming from other countries migrating to America, saying that America is a land of opportunities. It's a land that acknowledges them, that looks at them with equality, that they have fair opportunity as with everyone else. Of course, the place is not perfect. There's the issue of discrimination, there's the issue of looking down on other people, there's white supremacy. It may not be perfect, but the very foundation of the nation, it's written there, all men are created equal. And when you hold on to that principle, and when that principle is embedded at the core of the foundation of the nation, at the core of the law, then it protects people who wants to claim their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Take note of that. How important is that? How common it is for us, probably, who are not in war, not in conflict. It's easy for us to ignore these things, the life that we have. It's easy to ignore that we have health because we're not sick. It's easy to just ignore and overlook that we are free, that we have liberty because we are not in prison. We are not conquered. We are not colonized. And it's easy to ignore the value of the pursuit of happiness because we are constantly entertained by social media, by the games all around us, by the handhelds, by the smartphones and tablets and computers that we have. But these things, we tend to ignore them, but they are so important and so basic, and yet many people are not able to enjoy that. Think about, again, the Jews who died in the genocide, the Holocaust during the World War II. Those Jews, do they have the right to this as well? Do they have the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? Were they seen as creatures, as beings entitled to these things? Or were they looked upon as simple lab rats, objects of experiments, expendable, like plagues, like viruses, that they should just be killed, eradicated from this world? They have the right. Should we have pity on those Jews who were killed? Some of them who survived, they look back at the memory, those bitter memories, and they can just cry. They're thinking, why me? Why am I alive and the others are dead? Should we have compassion and pity on those people? You know, it's yes. But why? Do we have to prevent that from happening again? Yes, the whole world is actually making all the efforts to prevent the Holocaust, another Holocaust, from happening again. But why? Why are we preventing that from happening again? If we are just a bunch of molecules, products of accidents, then what is the value? What is the meaning? Why do we need to protect this? Just because of the memory? Just because of the values assigned to us by society? Is it society really that gives us the value and meaning? Or is it intrinsic? Or is it unalienable, like what the Declaration of Independence said? And is it endowed to us by our Creator as affirmed in that declaration? It says there, we hold these truths to be self-evident. A person does not need to argue for the value of his life. A person does not need to argue to have equal opportunity, to have liberty, to be able to pursue happiness. A person should not need to argue for that. Sad things are happening in this world, in this society. I heard from my student many years ago. That student of mine got pregnant in her teenage years. She was still in college. And she told me that she's gonna abort the baby. That baby has a right to life. But that baby was denied life because one person, one person thought that the life of the baby is insignificant. It's expendable. It's just a bother to her. It's just a bother to the family. So might as well eradicate that life. That baby was declared to have no right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. You see, if there is no God, then what Hitler did was just a matter of opinion. Is the value of life just a matter of opinion? Your value is arguable. Your value is debatable. Is that it? Now, I want to introduce you to Oskar Schindler. Now, Oskar Schindler, during World War II, saved a lot of Jews. He used his wealth, he used his power, his influence to save so many Jews. That was portrayed in the movie Schindler's List. But Oskar Schindler is a real person who saved those Jews, and he made a list of names, and every Jew, every name in that list represents a life, a person that was saved because one person determined that he has to do something, he has to sacrifice so that these people who are endowed with rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness be saved from death, be saved from torture, be saved from annihilation. Life is not a matter of opinion. Liberty is not a matter of opinion. The pursuit of happiness is not a matter of opinion. We all have that right. We all deserve to have an opportunity for that. That's because that right was endowed to us by our Creator.